This 15-minute quick workout is perfect for those who are on a tight schedule or for populations such as beginners or older individuals where exercising for any longer might be too challenging. All you'll need for this workout is a chair, open space, and 2 objects to hold onto that can serve as some light resistance for you. During our demonstration today, Abby and I will be using water bottles. However, you could use objects such as soup cans or even something with a handle, such as a laundry detergent bottle. This workout will consist of a quick warm-up to elevate our heart rate and to prepare us for movement before going through a circuit 3 times that consists of 5 exercises. These exercises will be completed for time, where you will be able to decide how many repetitions you can complete. So remember, it is okay to take breaks and to make sure to move at your own pace. Hello everyone, welcome to our 15-minute quick workout. We're going to start off with a simple 5 exercise warm-up. We'll begin with some arm circles with a side shuffle. So you can start off in the forward direction here. Abby and I, we're just going to be shuffling from side to side with a few arm circles, and you can go ahead and begin in a smaller size of circle, and then you can gradually get a little larger here as we go. And then we can shake it all out. Go ahead in the backwards direction now. So once again, starting off nice and slow and small until we gradually get larger. Okay, so now that we've started off with a little bit of shoulder mobility, we can go ahead and stretch our tricep and our shoulder. So that's like the back of our arm as well as our shoulder. So go ahead, straighten your right arm. You can cross your body with it. You can hook underneath, and we're just going to gently pull towards our left side here. So you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your arm as well as your shoulder. So we'll go ahead and do this for a few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and shake it out. We'll do the exact same thing with our left arm now. So we'll straighten it, cross our body, hook underneath, and pull. Gently pull. Hold this for 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to move into some hamstring scoops. So to help out our mobility with the back of our leg, we're going to dig with our heel and gently brush towards the ground. You don't have to worry about how far down you can go. As long as you can feel a nice gentle stretch in the back of your thigh, then you're doing it great. We'll go one more each leg. Okay, now we're going to move on to some butt kicks. So instead of high knees or a jog with our knees in front of us, we're going to keep our femur or our thigh pretty much straight down towards the ground, and we're going to be kicking behind us. So we'll do this for about 30 seconds. And Abby and I are demonstrating it right in the same position here. However, feel free to move around your living room or your kitchen or your office, wherever you are. And you can do this at a nice slow pace, or you can pick it up a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now last but not least, we'll be finishing with some jumping jacks. So I'm going to be doing the regular jumping jack. Abby's going to show a great example of a modified jumping jack, which might be a little more easier on our joints. So we're going to go ahead for 30 seconds starting now. As you can see, Abby's doing a great job of just taking steps to each side. It's a little easier on your knee joints without having to jump around. Three, 2, 1. And here we go, we're all warmed up. To start off with this circuit, it will be consisting of 5 exercises that we will be going through 3 times each. For the first exercise, it will be a body weight squat. So this is going to work our quads or our thighs, as well as our glutes or butt muscles. To begin with this, my colleague Abby will be demonstrating some of the modified versions of it, and we'll be showing you some different ones as we go through here. To start off with a body weight squat, you like to have your feet shoulder width apart. Start off in just any regular normal position, and we're going to be sitting back and coming through. To show you from the side here, Once again, with our feet shoulder width apart, we're gonna be sitting backwards, almost as if there is a chair behind you and you're going to be sitting down on it. You don't want to be going too far on your toes or else you might fall over. So I was doing a perfect demonstration here with a chair for some support. Now for our second exercise, we'll be doing a push-up variation. And throughout this workout, we'll show you 3 different ways to do a push-up. The first one would be what we would call the regular one, as if you're parallel to the ground. And you'll be starting off from the side here. If you have your hands shoulder width apart, you keep your elbows tucked, and you come down and up. Abby will demonstrate you really quickly here an example of a push-up on the wall. So pushing into the wall, the exact same formation, however, we're using gravity as our friend here instead of flat on the ground. Now, our third exercise will be a shoulder press. So if you have your water bottles around with you, or any form of light resistance, Abby will be demonstrating from the seated position. Once again, in the chair, it's a little easier sometimes to scoot towards the edge. And all we're gonna do here, I'll show you from the standing position. If we start off with our weights at our sides, or our soup cans or anything, we'll start off in a W formation. However, once we get here, bring your shoulders in a little bit. We don't want to add any unnecessary tension. And all we're going to be doing is pushing through our ears, nice and controlled. So that's going to be the shoulder press. Our next exercise, if we're still holding on to our resistance, we're going to be doing a tricep extension, or sort of like a skiing exercise. So if we stand here once again with our weights at our sides, feet shoulder width apart, we're going to bend down, have our arms hang out. We're going to come up this way towards our ears, and we're going to be straightening our arms as if we are skiing. And as we straighten our arms, you want to really be squeezing the back of our arm, and you'll feel a nice contraction in your tricep. So once again, this is the tricep extension, coming up and down as if you're skiing. And then the last one, hold on to these water bottles. We'll be doing just a regular bicep curl. So once again, from the seated or standing position, we'll keep our elbows tucked, have our arms straight here, and we will be curling up towards ourselves here. So nice and controlled. And that's the bicep curl. So these are the 5 exercises we'll be going through 3 times each. Okay, so now we can take a second here.
I was shocked for a sec when you were like, Abby, I'll show you this. I'm like,
Sorry.
sorry.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And I whacked my head because I wasn't ready.
Did you?
Did you not hear it?
No. Okay. We'll get ready at the 4. Okay, bodyweight squats. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so to begin with our bodyweight squats, we'll be going for 30 seconds here. Get as many reps as you can. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Nice and controlled. Three, 2, 1. Okay. Now we're going to transition into a push-up variation. So whether you want to begin with the wall push-up or a regular on the floor, we'll go ahead here for 30 seconds. It's also fine to start off on your knees. Three, 2, 1. All right, so we'll get off the floor and we'll move into a shoulder press. So grab your resistance, whether that's from the seated or standing position. We'll bring our weights up here in a W formation, tuck your elbows in a little bit, and we'll press towards the ceiling for about 30 seconds here. Remember, with these prescriptions for time instead of reps, there's nothing wrong with taking a few seconds of a break here and then getting right back into it. We got about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Then moving into our tricep extensions. So whether you're seated or standing, start off with our weights below us here, curl it up, and straighten our arms just like we're going down the ski hill here. Three, two, one. All right, take a few seconds of break, and then we'll move into our bicep curls here. So once again, keep your elbows tucked beside you. Start off, the palms can be facing the camera here as we are, or you can hold it almost like a hammer grip. And we'll be curling up for 30 seconds. Got about 10 more seconds here, finish strong. Take a break if you need to. Just get as many repetitions as we can. 3, 2, 1, and break. Good job. We'll take a few seconds here. Relax and take a break. Grab a sip of water if you need to, and then we'll get back in for another go around. So we'll wait about 15 seconds or so here. Sometimes it's nice to start off with a slower, easier modification before transitioning into a little bit more of an advanced one. So keep that in mind when you're selecting your next exercises here. And we'll get ready here with our second go around with this circuit, starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So some body weight squats for about 30 seconds or so. So as I sit back in my imaginary chair, I find that sometimes it's nice to have my hands out in front of me as I do this. Creates a nice counterbalance so I don't lose any of my balance. Three, two, one. Okay. Now we're going to move into our push-up variation again. So I'm going to be flat on the ground here, however, I'm going to show you from the knees. So it gets a little easier as we do push-ups from our knees, as we are not responsible for our entire body weight this time. Three, two, one. Great job. Now we'll move into our shoulder press. So grab your resistance, seated or standing. We'll come up in this W position and we'll push above our heads for about 30 seconds here. Three, two, one. All right. Now moving on to our tricep extensions. So we'll get started with these here. And as you may notice on the camera, as I'm bent over, my goal here is to straighten my arms so they align with my spine. Three, two, one. All right. Take a few seconds break here, and then we'll move in to our bicep curls. So once again, keep your elbows relatively tucked at your sides. Start off with our arms straight, and we'll curl up and down. Three, two, one, and Here we go. All right, now that we've finished with our circuit, we can begin a slight cool down here. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and join Abby and I in the middle of the room here with a nice slow march. Really focus on your breathing here, taking nice breaths in, slow breaths out. Then we're going to start off with some shoulder hugs. So the way these work is that if you've ever watched Michael Phelps before he goes swimming, he does some great shoulder and back stretches where we're going to go through this way. So as you give yourself a hug, make sure that you really stretch back and forward here. And then to kick it up a notch, you could even just take a few side steps here. Okay, and then to finish off, just a regular quadricep stretch. So go ahead and bring your foot towards your ear, get a nice stretch out of your quad, and then you can even reach towards the sky for some balance assistance. We'll go one more each leg here.